All right, I thought this one was a pretty funny one today. So your tan line is showing, and a lot of what we're doing right now is finding a bunch of tangent lines. So just thought it was fitting and pretty funny. So here's section 3.7, where we're going to talk about optimization. And anytime you hear the word optimization, think of the applied minimum and maximum. So basically, we're taking what we know about max and mins and we're applying it to some real world problems. So you've been able to solve problems like this before where they say, okay, we need two numbers whose sum is 12. So that means that x plus some other number, let's just call it x minus 12, has to be equal to 12. So we know that that has to be true, and when we do this, it's not x minus 12, it'd be 12 minus x, right? Because what we're doing is we're taking 12 and we're subtracting the first number. Well, we want to figure out when the product is the maximum. So this would be x times 12 minus x. This is equal to our product. And we ended up with 12x minus x squared equals to our product. Well, in the past, we've used the vertex, which is either our highest or lowest point. In this case, it's going to be a maximum, to figure this out. And the way we did this is we did negative b over 2a. So if I did that, I would get negative 12 over 2 times a negative 1, which ends up with 6. And so what we would find is that 6 would be our value for x, or our first number, and then 6 would be our second number. And when we multiply them together, our max area would be 36. And if you were to go ahead and graph this function, you would see that you'd get that to be true. Right at the highest point, it would be when x is equal to 6. So the whole idea of optimization is that we're going to take what we just talked about and we're going to apply calculus to it. So first things first, always draw a picture, label dimensions, and define variables. So write an equation for the quantity you want to maximize or minimize. This is our primary equation. If the primary equation is not in terms of one variable, you must write it in terms of only one variable, using substitution with a secondary equation. So you might have to come up with another one. Number 4 is consider the domain. The domain matters. You can't go outside of these domain restrictions. So for example, in some of these problems, negatives wouldn't make sense. And so yeah, that's something to think about. And then for number 5, we want to find the max and min using the derivative. And remember, a max and min occurs when f prime of x is equal to 0. So same thing here, we're going to have the same equation. We're going to do x and then 12 minus x, because that's the first number and the second number. And let's say that that's our function here. Well, we want to take the derivative, so if I rewrote this as 12x minus x squared, I'm going to do the derivative of this, and it'd be 12 minus 2x is equal to f prime of x. Well, we want to set this equal to 0. So 12 minus 2x equal to 0. And what we're going to end up getting here is we get 2x is equal to 12, or x is equal to 6. And so that's how we would find the number there, and then we could plug it back in. And so using the derivative is going to prove to be a pretty helpful advantage here.